Witness insurmountable deficits turn into unforgettable victories at the Travelers Championship, the Northeast's one and only PGA Tour signature event. See Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Victor Hovland, Patrick Cantlay, returning champion Keegan Bradley, and other PGA Tour stars in all 4 days of competition at close by TPC River Highlands. The excitement tees off June 19th through the 23rd. For tickets and information, visit TravelersChampionship.com. The Travelers Championship, there's only one. And it's like, literally, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just literally just trying to make solid contact with it. Just get the ball to A to B, get the ball A to B. And it changed the game because for me, it's like, I always think I have to do something so fucking special, bro. And it's like, bro, you don't have to do none of that. All you have to do is make solid contact, get the ball from A to B. Don't worry about your hips and your shoulder and your neck and your feet and the weight. And it's just like, bro, just move the ball to A to B. You're good enough to the point to where now, if I put a fucking 40-foot circle around there, I should be able to hit 4 irons, or if at least off the tee into a 40-yard perimeter.
Part 3 podcast.
Let's fucking go.
Stephen Malbon.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get right into it.
Put us down for the birdie, dog.
Just a bit outside.
Gang is back together.
Somebody give me your fucking putter. Hoard the putter.
I had to make it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the world famous Part 3 podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Stephen Malbon. Got my guy, J.R. Smith. This episode is brought to you by Unifyd Healing. So what's good, J.R.? Where you at?
Man, I'm in Florida, bro. Out here in Florida, man, just trying to get my life together, man. Trying to figure out where I'm headed next. And I don't know. School finished kind of funky. School season into funky. Just in a weird spot right now, trying to figure it out.
That's a pretty good intro into the Unifyd Healing. So when you're in a funk, whether that be in basketball, golf, life, whatever, what's the go-to? What's the play? If there's a youngin' listening to you for advice, you've obviously been in, the tide isn't always high, but it's not always low, right? So when you're in that low tide, how do you get there?
That's what I want to ask you. How you stay level with it when you plan? Like when you in the mix of it, like you go par, and you think you about to make a turn, and you just go double, bogey, par, double, some weird shit, and it's just like, how you get back into it?
I think I just try to do obviously little stuff like don't be angry. Like, don't be angry. That's not going to help, right? Don't be, have self-pity and be like, well, like, nah, that ain't going to work either. I think tempo and swinging calm, maybe grab an extra club, like instead of hitting a hard 7 and arming it, then I'm just going to take a 6 and try to just smooth one. And I truly think that, like, just like in life, like, it only takes one good shot. Right? Like I just almost try not to rush because I'm so, even on the range, when I'm hitting the ball bad on the range, I feel like I just hurry up and hit another shot, because all I got to do is hit one good one. As soon as I hit one good one, then I'm like, there it is. That's the one. I can do it.
Right.
But sometimes it gets so disastrous that, like, it's hard to be like, dude, just go slow. Even when I was watching Remington in his match, when he starts crumbling in the championship, it's amazing. All the players do it too. When you see them start playing back, they start going so fast, walking fast routine, getting up to it, read the putt fast, putt the ball hard. Like, it's really a matter of, like, calming down and, like, surrendering a little bit and just being like, look, I know I can hit a 7 iron. This isn't, I'm not plugged in the lip of a bunker. This is a 7 iron from the fairway. Like, slow down. I think the main thing is just, like, slowing down and taking a breath, breathing a little bit, and just knowing that, like, this too shall pass type of shit. Like, it can't go a lot of times too. If I'm playing really bad, I'm like, I can't wait for this to fucking switch because there's no way I could play this bad for 18 holes. It's just,
Right.
it's impossible. I can't do it. It's impossible. Like, I have to start making some good shots. Or,
Right.
when you're missing putts, same thing. It's like you're missing a lot of, birdie putts. It's like being mindful of the fact that you're getting birdie putts. Like,
Right.
good job.
Yeah.
Good job. You're getting birdie putts. You can't be mad you're missing birdie putts. Like, be patient and you will make some of them.
Right.
But if you just get angry that
You
you
ain't
keep
gonna make
lipping out
none
for
of them.
birdie, and it's over. Then you're going to make doubles.
For sure, because you're not gonna make that. Your second shot, you're gonna put so much emphasis. So I got to get it closer. It's like, bro, it ain't getting it
You
closer.
know,
That ain't it. It's funny,
10
man.
foot birdie putts.
I went back to Jersey for like a week, bro, and when I tell you my game has like really, I gotta go lie, I got so frustrated with it, bro. At the end of the season, like I just seriously, man, I played so bad towards the end of the season. I just put my clubs up and was like, man, I don't even want to play this shit no more. Like mentally just frustrated and demoralized. And then I went back home and I get to the range and I'm like, you know what? All right, this is what you do. Just stop trying to hit shots and figure out what's your stock shot with every club. Let's start from scratch. Don't swing hard. Don't swing, don't worry about form or technique. As long as the ball is going straight, clock it. And I did that with one club. I did that with my 9-iron. And surprisingly, it's like I'm sitting here hitting probably no exaggeration, probably like 400 shots in between 9-iron and pitching wedge and like my 58 and 54, like around the greens, I was hitting a bunch of those. But out of all, probably like 100, 150 9-irons. And I started off doing the same thing I was telling you. And I was hitting like my 9-iron that I normally hit when I'm playing with the fellas, like 150, 155. I normally hit it. And I'm smooth swinging it, just dialing it in. It's like 138 landing, rolls out to like 142. And I do it again. Same thing. Damn near the same numbers every single time. And I'm getting the same, generally like the same
Flight.
yeah, flight, swing speed, like all that shit. Like I'm generally starting to see what the ball does when I swing at like 78 miles an hour. That's what the number kept reading, like 78, 79, 78.6, 78.7, 78.2, 70, 79.4, whatever. And it keeps reading this. And then it's like, okay, now I got that. Now let me just feel like I'm swinging 10% faster. And when I tell you the ball starts flying,
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. And it's like, literally, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just literally just trying to make solid contact with it. Just get the ball to A to B, get the ball A to B. And it changed the game because for me, it's like, I always think I have to do something so fucking special, bro. And it's like, bro, you don't have to do none of that. All you have to do is make solid contact, get the ball from A to B. Don't worry about your hips and your shoulder and your neck and
Yeah.
your feet and the weight. And it's just like, bro, just move the ball to A to B. You're good enough to the point to where now if I put a fucking 40-foot circle around there, I should be able to hit 4-irons, or if at least off the tee into a 40-yard perimeter. So that's hitting
Yeah.
fairways right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I tell you my score, I went from when I stopped playing, I was down here in Florida like a week, 2 weeks ago. I was shooting anywhere from 87, 85, 89, 90, 92. Played MacArthur, I shot 91, 93. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, this shit is not golf now. Like, I was like depressing. I was like, this is not golf. And then I go
Yeah.
home, work on that, and I'm like, 78, 79, like 78, 77, 75. I'm like, bro, the mental aspect of it is just so demoralizing because you get so much information and so many clubs and shit coming out. You already seeing the pros and you think you got to do so much, bro. It's like, if you do less, you'd be so much better off. And I'm really learning that.
I saw the other day that there was something that, like, you've heard it before. Like, I think Santino said it on the show. It's like, you know, it's a difference between, like, if you really are working that hard at it, right? Like, I saw that some meme, or Jason did an interview. He said he putts for 2.5 hours every day, right? Now think of this. This dude practice putting for 2.5 hours every single day for the last 15 years, 365 days a year. The dude putts practicing for 2.5 hours a day.
It's
And then
nuts.
I watch him in the tournament and he misses 7-foot birdie putts. He misses 8-foot eagle putts, right? Yeah, he knocks in a 45-footer for birdie or something, along the way. But in general, I watch him miss 5-foot par putts. So it's like, it's just amazingly hard, this shit. Like, even that, like, and you don't practice putting 2.5 hours
No,
probably a week.
ever. Like, honestly, I don't think did that much practice on putting in a month. Just putting?
Yeah,
No.
in a whole month of just putting, right? And then we
Crazy.
go out there and your average golfer goes out there and, like, it's like, I can't believe I missed the 6-foot putt for birdie. It's like, I can.
Right.
I mean, it's hard, dude. It's hard to make it. I get a lot of birdie putts and I don't make half of them that I think I should make, or I don't make 80% of them that I think I should make, to be honest. Cause I'm thinking, 12-foot birdie putt, it's right lip uphill. I'll
No
miss the
big
hole
deal.
or leave it short.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like, it is a big deal, especially when you're practicing. I mean, when you're in play and you're in a tournament, you got to make it. There's
Oh, hell
pressure and
yeah.
the greens are fast. And then it's like, when the greens are fast, I'm not scared of missing the putt. I'm scared at what's going to happen if I miss the putt. You know what I mean? I'm scared that if I miss it, now I'm going to have a 4-foot, 5-footer slider coming back. So then you leave it too far short, and
That's
then
me in
it's just,
tournaments. That's me in the college events right there in a
yeah.
nutshell. Right there. I can when I tell you I hit the perfect drive, I hit the perfect second shot, and I'll be 8 or 9 feet. But the moment I hit that first putt, that's this very next thought. Oh shit. What am I gonna do on this one? It's like,
Exactly.
bro, you got a
Like,
2-footer, just tap it in to get out of there. Somehow rim that shit. Like, just
yeah.
little, like, bro, that shit is literally just like that. That's crazy. Finally,
And then you
somebody
start
else.
worrying about it.
Yes.
That's it. It's it. It's like, I'm not scared of the 6-foot birdie putt. I'm
No.
scared of hitting it 4 foot past and missing the
For
4-footer
par.
for par. Now I make bogey. I go from a 6-foot birdie putt. Now I got a 4.5 foot, 5-foot par putt. Leave that one short. Tap in bogey.
You
It's
do
like,
that 2 or
damn.
3 times around, bro. That's easily
Oh,
75 to 80. That's the difference right there.
easily that. I just went down there and did something with Joel Damon, and he was just talking to him about golf. I'm like, he's like, how you playing? Wah, wah, wah. I said, dude, I'm just as good as you, at least 13 holes. Like, at least 13 holes, I'm just as good as anybody
Right.
in the world. And then the last 5, I make doubles. He makes birdies. He beats me by 15.
Yep.
No big deal. Like, that's it. That's the difference.
Hello, everybody. Per usual, we would like to give a big, warm welcome to one of our favorite sponsors on earth, Topgolf, for bringing us peach ice cream in Augusta, Georgia. Thank you for all you do.
Miss Jim Pebble. You look good out there. I saw you on the number 7. I saw you walking down the little par 3, number 7.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I knocked it tight, man. I thought I had the ace. I was going to send that shit straight to D Wade, but I knocked it to like 8 feet. Fortunately, it was like it played at 80 yards that day, the other day. So it was like a short 58. I did. Honestly, man, It was one of the best golf courses I've ever played, but I was just literally just trying to keep it on earth. Every I seen so much trouble, like looking at the cliffs and like certain areas. I was just like, man, just nice and easy, just trying to like place the ball down the fairway, place the ball on the green. Opposed to just like I'm gonna hit it here, then I'm gonna hit it there, then I'm gonna hit it this. It was like no. I'm gonna place the ball on this side of the fairway, like and try to do that, opposed to, overpowering it just because I know how prestigious it is and like how hard it is or it can play. And fortunately, I didn't shoot that bad. I shot 40, 41 or 41, 40 in some really tough conditions. I was one of the only fools out there with shorts on. And it was like 55 and 20-mile-an-hour winds, so it felt like 30. Foggy, sun is peaking, playing games with you like it's gonna be warm for 5 seconds, and then it's like freezing for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's Pebble.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was one of those ones that I always wanted to play, but I was never gonna be that dude sleeping in my car to try and play like how they talk about Pebble and Bethpage.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was gonna get done, but fortunately, I can knock that off the list.
Yeah, the list. So Pebble, it's like you've obviously had endless U.S. Opens and everything, right? Super famous history and all that fun stuff. But the golf course itself, it's not incredibly long. It's not incredibly ungettable. It's just the greens are teeny. You notice that,
Yes,
right?
postage stamps, postage stamps. And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why is this course so hard? As I get to like the third and fourth hole, I'm just like, damn, these greens are small. And then I'm looking, I get to like 7 and 8, and I'm just like, okay, that's what it is. The greens are just super small. If the wind's blowing, it's gonna play super hard, no matter how long or short the course is playing.
Yeah, and the rough
And
can
the
be
greens
hairy.
But the greens roll, bro. So good, so true.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, damn. It was kind of eerie because it's like, isn't this a public spot? Like, don't people like it doesn't like pump rounds out, and from the way we played it, you would never know.
Yeah, they don't. I heard the other day they do 60,000 green fees a year on one course. And it's
That's crazy.
like people. So I heard that Pebble Beach Company is positive, financially positive, just from the Pebble Beach green fees. And then you add on 2, 3 other courses, couple hotel spas, dozen restaurants, dozen retail stores.
That's crazy.
It's insane that company, like living here in Pebble and watching it and how big and important it is to this town, right? Like this is like, it's Pebble Beach, but it's like really the Pebble Beach company that runs everything. So it was exciting to see what Ronnie and TaylorMade did. They did a little pop up down by the putting green at Pebble, had a bunch of good people come out and play. So that was exciting. It was exciting to see that type of energy, at a course as old and traditional as Pebble, and just seeing them kind of open-mindedly doing cool, more futuristic golf stuff. So it was good to see all that.
Yeah, it was dope to see like the different groups, and I mean as many events that you've put on. I mean I'm sure what that's like. It's just like being able to have your friends and your boys just come out and play a course like Pebble is just incredible. But just to have that hang and that camaraderie amongst the group and the gang, especially when in the health field, we don't talk about it enough as men. Just like what we're going through, what we got going on and stuff like that. So to see certain people and see, have those certain type of conversations and relationships is something you really lean on.
Yeah, I was reading something the other day, and it was talking about how golf is like the only um thing that like men are allowed to get like completely in their feelings, right? So like the joy, if you like knock one in from the fairway, you start screaming and jumping up and down, and like you're allowed to get that happy and that hype.
Yeah.
Or if you're playing horrible, you're allowed to be like, I'm trash. It's like it makes you feel everything, and there's no other time where you could be like you can't be at a bar and like go talk to a girl and the girl dish you and then turn to all your homies and start saying how trash you are. Like that's not going to happen. And you can't do it in
Right.
business. You probably can't do it in basketball, but like golf's so hard that it's like, damn, I'm just trash. Like I snap hooked the first one, I blocked the next one, I got double. You go play Pebble, you're so geeked up. Like I'm playing Pebble, you're talking about it for a
Man.
month. You get out there and you just play horrible. And then you got to like rebound, get your mind right, and then go walk Spyglass the next day. And that one's even harder than Pebble,
Right.
you know?
It's funny. I was on a plane and talking to Angie Martinez, and she's such an avid golfer. She plays all the time, loves the game, which I love. Just to hear her talking about it is just like
It's nuts.
she's one of the guys. She's one of us. Like this is amazing. And we were just talking. It was just like she's like, what are you doing right now? Like, what are you working on and whatever? And I was like, honestly, I left everything I was working on back at the range the last time I stepped off. I told myself when I go to Pebble, I'm not working on anything. I'm just swinging nice and smooth and just having, again, like I have a good day. Because I know if I go out there thinking like, oh, I'm gonna knock it to 2 feet on 7, and I'm gonna do this on 18, it's just like, bro, you're gonna go shoot 1,000. So I wanted to at least keep it on the grid and like realistic for myself. It's like I don't feel bad about shooting 81 from the tips at Pebble now.
In the wind,
yeah. Like don't get me wrong. Should I be playing better at as of right now? I think I should be, but I got to live with certain wins and losses, and right now, that's a win for me.
Whether you're a world-class athlete or a podcaster, we all understand the importance of mental and physical well-being and proper recovery for top-notch performance. That's why we're excited that Unifyd Healing is sponsoring this episode of the Par 3 podcast. What is the EE system? Unifyd Healing is a new and super innovative global network of wellness centers powered by Energy Enhancement System, or EE system. If you haven't heard of the EE system yet, you'll want to listen up. This technology promotes wellness, deep relaxation, purification, and rejuvenation. Whether you're in California or hundreds of other locations across the globe, access to a center is easy and affordable. Interested in experiencing the EE system technology for yourself? Go to unifydhealing.com/par to learn more and find a center near you. That's UNIFYD healing.com/PAR. No material or testimonials on the Unifyd Healing website are intended to be viewed as medical advice or the substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or treatment, and before undertaking a new healthcare regime, including the EE system.
I like seeing like the women's US Open last week, right? Like, Nelly got a 10 on a par 3, number 1 in the world. Won 6 of the last 7 tournaments, goes into the U.S. Open, a par 3, 160 yards or something? Got a 10. So it's just like, and then you see all those players finishing like over par. People got like tied for 40th place was like 8 over, right? So like, and then you compare that to another tournament where like 40th place is like 6 under because all the winners are like 20 under. But golf's funny. It's like people are like, oh, I shoot in the 70s. It's like, okay, well, go shoot the 70s at Pebble when the wind's blowing. Like, let's try that one out. Let me know how you hit those greens.
With a little pressure.
With the pressure. Right. And then it's like, even you're saying number 7, you hit it 8 foot. I probably played Pebble 6, 7 times. And I've never hit the green on 7. I've never hit it.
Really?
I hit it left every single time. The wind's blowing. I'm nervous. I want to hit it 2 foot. I'm doing exactly what you said not to do. Right? I got it figured all out. I get up there and then I just blow it. I pull it, close the face, tug it, pull it. I'm either in that left bunker or on the tee box of 8. And then it's a
Yeah.
miserable up and down, but at least you're chipping into the wind.
After I played the hole and I went to T-Rocks one day, I'm sitting there like, this is probably, if I'm going to miss, I would have much rather miss here and have that pitch shot into
Yeah,
the wind
I know
and
all
make it
about it.
stop to 2 feet to 3 feet and then make par,
Yeah.
opposed to, getting aggressive with the right side and hanging that shit out. And,
Nah, you're going to get
there's nothing you
double.
can do.
You get double.
Right.
You
Or
get a
hitting it in
double
a
if you
bunker
missed
right there.
right. Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's over.
Yeah.
And then you can't go long, so it's a really good golf course. And it's funny because I play all the time down here in Florida, and people are building a ton of golf courses. Golf is obviously the biggest up and coming thing. Like everybody who has a couple dollars wants to build a golf course, but it's places like Pebble that I really feel like which makes it more special, even with the public being able to play it. Just and it's a combination between obviously the where it's at, because the views and whatnot, but the way the golf course plays, it didn't play extremely hard, but you can appreciate it. And no two holes look alike.
Yeah.
Every hole was very unique in its own right, and it's like 15. Was that the par 5 going back?
Oh, yeah. That goes to the right. That goes to the right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's hard to hit that one in two. The pros during the U.S. Open, they don't even go for it in two. Like, it's too
oh man,
dangerous.
it is a really, 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 really good golf course, man. Really good golf course, and like again, playing so many courses that's like been built in the last couple of years, like really fast, that we are so quick to say, "Oh, this is a good golf course. This is a good golf course." Like that's a really, really good golf
Yeah,
course.
that was real. And then, like you say, all the U.S. Opens and everything they have there, like, for one, the weather's going to be wild. If it's a 4-day tournament, you can at least count on one or two. Like, I've been caddying for Q there the last couple years, or a few years back at the AT&T Pro Am, and dude, it's hailing, then it's sunny, then it's foggy, then it's windy, then it's sunny. It's like, you need to pack. You need like 3 outfits for one round at Pebble, and they got that. They got the ninth hole, the little grill, the little snack bar and all that.
Yeah.
They sell the
Mm-hmm.
rain jackets in there for like 350, 400 for a rain jacket.
I
Because, like,
see.
what are you gonna do? You're way the hell out there. The weather changes. It's like, give me all that
Bro,
hoodie.
they got the beanie.
Yeah,
They
in
got
the
all of it.
snack bar.
Funny, I played with Klay Thompson and Courtney Lee, and they're like, "Man, you can buy this shit and buy this shit to turn." I was like, "Yeah, that's how you know they know it's get cold out this motherfucker. People do not
Exactly.
pack right."
And people
For
fly out like,
sure.
oh, I'm going to California, palm trees and sunny beaches and shit. You get out here and it's 45 and windy and foggy, no sun. It's like, I'm not dressed right. So they sell a ton of stuff there. I think they got got like a dozen retail stores in the area. But thinking of the fog and all that, it's so wild how, like, like you say, there's so many good golf courses. And then last week I went out to the Hamptons and I played Fisher's Island, which is like
Fishers.
number eight in the world, number 7, 8, whatever it is. And then I played National Golf Links of America, which is like number 4 or 5 or something. So 2 days, back to back. Luke played with me, and Luke's from
Oh,
Texas. He's
did
like,
he?
yeah, I got Luke lit. He had to take his fingernail
Oh
polish off.
man.
He had to get he had the black fingernail polish on. Like, Luke, you can't have that at National. Cover those tattoos. Put the turtleneck on. Let's go.
Cover them up, baby.
And Luke, yeah, we had a ball, but like, it is, it's weird when you, like, there's nice courses all over, but like, there's something about those ones. Like, Fisher Island is on an island in between the Hamptons and Connecticut. You can't get there. You got to get there by plane or boat. So it's a true
Right.
island, right? So we were in Sag Harbor. We chartered a dude, picked us up in a boat in Sag Harbor, an hour and 15-minute ride in the roughest, craziest ocean. I mean,
Nuts.
nuts, dude. Like it was so foggy on the way out there that we were only looking through satellites and the radars and shit. And then you could hear other boats honking, like honk, these big ass horns. And I'm
Oh
clenching
wow.
up. Like if we go over, it's so foggy, I won't know which way to swim. Like it's over. You get knocked in that
Damn.
water, you can't see anything. But then you pull up 17th hole, a little pier.
Walk across.
You walk up, there's two golf carts waiting on you. Jump in the golf carts, pull up, go to the clubhouse, buy all the
It's a great spot.
buy all the stuff. And then the first 9 holes, it was completely foggy. And then the next 9 holes, it got sunny. And this is the greatest day. This dude JD
How was
took
the
us
punch
out.
bowl green?
That's sick. That is sick. It's the whole place, dude.
So damn big.
You did
This
it?
is
You
nuts.
played it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite places to
There's
play.
not many people who've been out there, right?
Yeah, not at all. No, for Fishers, it is not too far from uh, Wingfoot and Quaker.
From the Connecticut side. So we picked up Willie had Wilcox had just done. He was in Texas in that crazy
Okay.
ass emotional week in Texas with the homie passing and all that. So
Yeah.
he left that and flew. He was trying to get there, but there were no flights into New York. So he flew to Philly and he was going to drive to Philly. And he calls in the morning. He's like, dude, I blew it. I overslept. I'm in Philly. I'm at the airport. I'm depressed. I can't believe I blew it. I'm like, don't give up, Willie. Don't give up. Like, we got Connecticut. Get to Connecticut. So he drove to Connecticut. They picked us up by boat in Sag Harbor. We drove straight to Connecticut, picked up Willie, straight to the 17th hole. What a day. What a day that is. And then the boat on the way home, we almost died again. Just my
Oh
ribs.
my
I have
God.
ribs. My ribs were fucked up it felt like I was running after a meal, just cramped up. Just left rib pounding.
Really. You gotta hydrate, dog. You gotta hydrate.
Yeah, it was a hell of a day, but it was fun. Fun out there. Willie was hitting those I'll send a clip. Willie was showing me how to hit the lob wedge off a hill over your head. You know what I mean? You
Oh
flip
really?
it and hit it
Yeah.
up over your head to land on the green. He was doing
Hmm.
that shit. Willie said he can hit some shots. He said he's never hit the ball better than he is right now.
So you want to send it like that, short of the ball, so the face is up like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's impressive.
It's pleasurable to watch that. And Luke was good. Luke was out there grinding like he was trying to break the course record. Everybody else fucking around. Luke grinded.
Grinding. I love that, man. You gotta, when you play a certain spot, especially like Nashville, you gotta grind it, dog. You know it, and it's always a person you wouldn't really expect to be like out there just grinding too. It's trying to make par, scrapping to make par, bogey here, maybe sneaking a birdie one or two. Like, oh man, I love playing with dudes like that.
Yeah, that was fun. So what's up with you had a rough trip with the wifey and everything to Pebble?
Yeah, man. A little food poisoning. It's crazy because my kids got sick too. Kids got sick. They didn't come. They didn't travel or anything. But my 3 daughters were sick. My niece was sick. My nephew was sick. My 2 nephews were sick. And it was just like it came out of nowhere, and it just wrecked them really down bad for like 2-3 days. Kids stayed out of school, which one of my daughters was happy about, but I'm like, she's like really asymptomatic of everything. She don't really get sick too often, but just in case, we didn't want to like spread it to any other kids, especially at the end of the school year anyway. But yeah, man, it was just nightmare. It was a nightmare, man, especially at Pebble too. It wasn't like, you go to Pebble and you're thinking like, all right, this is going to be one of the best trips ever. It was just like dog shit sick she was, man. It was just like, damn, I feel bad for her.
Are the kids out of school?
Denver and Cody get out on Monday. That's the 10th?
Yeah, Monday's the 10th.
Yeah, they get out on Monday. Peyton's out already. Demi gets out on like the 22nd or 23rd or something like that.
I knew it was the 10th because we got Alpine.
Yeah.
Alpine 300. Kevin's so geeked about that. I love working with Kevin Lyles on that.
He's a great dude, man. He's a good dude, man. They got a great membership.
Yeah, Kevin's good with that mental health. He's definitely stays present and mindful. I like when he does those little, morning thoughts and all that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just talk to the gram. I was talking to Cece about it. Like the world can throw shit at you, right? He's got the whole thing going on with his artists,
Yeah.
right? That dude's dealing with a lot.
It's tournament and major season in the world of golf, and we at Par 3 Podcast are locked in on Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app, where you can turn your golf knowledge into serious cash. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Prize Picks is really simple to play. You can make picks and submit your entry in less than 30 seconds. Prize Picks now offers Apple Pay for quick and easy deposits. Par 3 Podcast has cashed out on Prize Picks before, and they'll do it again. Download the app today and use code PAR3 for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's code PAR3 for a first deposit match of up to $100. Pick more, pick less, it's easy. Par 3 and Prize Picks are coming for the top of the golf leaderboard together. Our picks get paid. PrizePicks.com/par3.
Playing with Charlie Hall in the pro-ams and such,
Yeah.
like I'll miss like a 6-foot putt for birdie or something, right? She'll just look at me like, yeah, and that's why you're a 6. Just like you're basically a loser. Like, yeah, that's why you're a 6. And that's why I'm a fucking pro. I'm number 8 in the world because, like, I'm a lot better than you.
Yeah.
You saw her ripping those Newport 100s at the U.S. Open. Oh, she broke the internet, dude. She broke the internet. So she's always been smoked. So Charlie smoked cigarettes, right? But it's not a big deal. She smokes cigarettes. Obviously, cigarettes aren't good for you, everything like that. We all know that stuff. But in this day and age, people still smoke cigarettes. She's from London, whatever. She smokes. But she does her best not to smoke on the golf course because, she goes to the gym for 4 hours a day. She's beautiful. She's in shape. She's like, everything you want to think of a smoker. If John Daly's smoking 2 packs around, he looks like he should smoke cigarettes.
No, 100%.
She doesn't.
I gotta check her out.
And then so she was you'll see it, dude. It's all over. So she was walking from the range. She had things in her hands or something, cigarette in her mouth. Little kids asking her for the autograph. She goes up and throws autographs with the Newport in her mouth with like 1-inch long ash in the mouth, smoking cigarette with signing autographs for little kids in the U.S. Open. And then it literally, like, that was it. Like, that, between that and Nelly Korda making a 12 on that par 3, that was like the 2 hottest topics of the U.S. Open. But she's just basically like nervous, and it's the U.S. Open. And you know what I mean? It's hard not to smoke if you need nicotine but that was wild watching that whole thing. It was just endless.
That's hilarious.
Endless. Charlie Hall smoking cigarettes, the Getty images. I go Getty, she wears our stuff. So I go look at the Getty images, and it's like all the images. She's got a cigarette in her mouth. It's like a 100. And then there's an image of her, and you can see the box of Newports in her hand. She's smoking Newport 100 at the U.S. Open.
Damn.
Yeah, and everybody's like, all the like golf dudes are like, I'm completely in love with her. Like, that's it. It's over. I'm completely in love with her. She ripping darts on the course. She's smoking Newports. Like,
that's hilarious.
Forget about it.
She got the little pink skirt or the baby blue skirt on. So I got the picture.
Yeah. You see her that long ass cigarette in her mouth.
Ripping and signing autograph with little buddy. That's hilarious.
But that was fun to watch, that U.S. Open, the women U.S. Open. That course was killing them, dude.
Yeah.
It was killing them.
It didn't look easy.
I mean, they were all over par.
Did not look easy. One thing about them, man, it's like if they're over par, then the course is playing really hard. Because I mean, other than really hard or really long, I think, because majority of them, their iron and short game is really good and putting really good. So, in order to make it a difficult course for them, I think that's what it is. Because the accuracy is always going to be there.
I just played that national, going back to national, and so I hit on one of the holes. I pulled my drive. I was in the bunker in the fairway, and I hit a 9-iron on the green. 20 foot right of the pin, pin high, and the pin was tucked left, and there was another bunker. And so I told him, I told the caddy, I said, yeah, I stayed right. I didn't want to get in a disaster. He goes, you just should be happy you made it on the green. Only 30% of this green holds. So just think of that. 100% of the green, 70% is going off the green into a bunker, into just some bullshit. So at this big ass green, only 30% of the green the ball will stop on. So when it's hard, it's just like, I remember talking to someone about how they're making the distance. I think it was Claude Harmon. They're making the distance of the balls. They're rolling back the ball or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, just make the courses harder. Just make the courses harder. Like, it's not the distance. It's too easy. The greens are flat. You can hit it on the green anywhere. They can't make double bogeys. I mean, this was a 160-yard hole. Nelly Korda made a 10 on a par 3. It's because the green, you can put the pins in positions that it's just impossible to get it close. And she hit one in the water.
I feel like it's hard though because you really hear dudes like complain a lot, especially I feel like you hear PGA Tour players complain more than LPGA Tour players, just as far as like how tricky some of the greens can be in like course conditions and stuff like that, and like the undulations of the greens, the speeds of the greens, it's like that. I feel like you can make it harder, but that's just gonna make them complain more because they're gonna be, oh, this is too tricked out, or you know what I mean, like.
So the Pinehurst, we got Pinehurst coming up, U.S. Open, right?
Right.
And I was there a few months back, and I was talking to the superintendents and the directors of golf and such, and basically, so I know you played it, right? All the Pinehurst stuff.
No, I haven't.
So basically, there's no rough. It just goes from fairway to these like waste areas that has pine straw in it and sand. And these like fescue clumps and shit in it. It's like a sand dune type of shit you don't want to hit it in, right? Like you don't want to hit it in that. Right. So I heard, because they like to make the U.S. Open really, really a challenge for the players, and they don't want, I think last time like even par won or something. Damn. You know what I mean? Like they don't want it 20 under. That's not happening. Right. So I'm like, what's going on? They said basically they just stopped watering the fairways. So they haven't watered the fairways in a couple months, which means when you tee off, the fairway is like concrete, and the ball is going to hit the fairway and roll through the fairway and be in that junk. And then number 2, every green is like a turtle shell. So the front's false, the back's false. It's like a mound like this, and the pin's on the top. And it goes into that green that's like, half the green, the ball won't stay on it. Every green. So they're having to hit it out of the junk and on a landing area that's like, you got like 3 yards to land it. And if it goes an inch too far, it's going off the back. An inch too short, it's coming off the front. And the dude who won it, Martin, I forgot who won the U.S. Open there. I think it's a German dude.
Martin Keimer?
Yeah, he won it, and he putted every hole from 40 yards in. He putted consistently for 4 days. He just putted in because you can't spin the wedge, right? It won't. You can't get the distance right. So he was Texas wedging it from 40 yards in
and won that shit
for 4 days straight and won it. He was 2-putting from 40 yards out.
That's nuts.
Like that was his only hope. Everybody else trying to hit little nippers and that shit backfires. Bounce off the back.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm taking that. I'm taking that strategy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hell yeah.
We played it in the pouring rain. Last time it was the pouring rain, but this time, so again, it's like, you can make the golf courses hard if you want to make it hard,
Bay
right? Think of
Hill.
Pebble. They raised that rough. Yeah, exactly. If you raise the rough at Pebble, and then they even tighten the fairways up,
Oh my God.
right? Like, just think if they want to make it hard. And then it's like the greens are teeny, the wind's ripping, you're hitting 6 irons, 5 irons into those little greens. It's like, that becomes really hard. And I think like it breaks you down mentally too. When you like hit a perfect drive, hit a perfect iron, it bounces off the back.
Yeah.
Now you're grinding for par or both. You got to hit a perfect chip shot, perfect
Mm-hmm.
putt, you get out of there par. Then you go to the next hole, you hit a perfect, hybrid, hits the front of the green, rolls off the front. Now you're grinding, and it's like you just can't do it 18 holes.
That shit is for
You don't get
real.
many easy holes, right?
No,
It's like
no.
too much.
It's funny because on one, I had a caddy named Joe, good dude. He everybody ripped out 3-wood. I'm pulling out driver. He's like, "Why you hit drivers?" He's like, "Man, listen, if I'm gonna hit a cut, and I know I'm gonna get
Off that
past.
bunker.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna get past that tree, bro. I was on the next tee box. I had like a 70-yard wedge shot and knocked it.
You just cut it around that tree.
Yeah, knocked it to
Yeah,
like 6 feet. Missed the damn birdie putt. Tap in bar. Get out of there.
Here we go.
Like
What'd you do on 2?
2 hit driver
2's the
right.
par 5.
Yeah. Actually, I had a really bad drive. Like sculled it. Knocked the next one to the fairway. Hit a really, really, really good punch third shot to the front of the green, and it rolled up
In between those trees.
in between the trees.
In between those 2 trees.
So I was underneath the tree on the right. So on my my third shot in,
Third shot.
I hit it underneath there, and then my fourth shot, I hit a little bump 7. No, what was it? 7 iron? Because I had to cover. So I hit it was a 6 iron. Hit skids, runs up. The pin was tucked back right, so it ran all the way up to the middle of the green, 2-putt, and got out of there. It's like, bro, I was sitting there grinding. Then the next hole across the road, I hit a perfect drive, lose my ball.
Would you hit it over the trees? Over the trees left?
Hit it over the tree left on a rope. I swear, I think somebody
nipped the tree.
I think somebody picked it up, bro. Honestly, because even the caddy was like, "Man, I've never seen nobody take on that line and be that like you should be perfect." I'm like, "All right, bet." So I didn't even think twice about it, man. Like it cleared the tree. I was like, it had to hit somebody in front of us, and they got pissed and like just kicked my shit or something.
Oh, exactly. Healed it.
Right.
Heel stomped it into the fairway plug.
Man. But 8 though, I don't think 8 gets enough credit. That off the cliff, and first of all, the blind tee, like it looks like you just
They hit it way left.
Yeah.
That's what he told you, right? Hit it to the house way left. Just hit 3-wood left.
And he showed me where JT was at on like the side of the fucking world.
That cliff.
It was nuts. It was a great spot.
Man, Pebble's great.
It is a great spot, man. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've never really been into doing like, guy trips like that. It just always seemed weird for me, whatever, no diddy. But like I gotta take a trip back there, man. Definitely gotta take a trip back to Pebble and like do it right. I gotta play everywhere. And like no matter of like 4 or 5 days and just relax and do it instead of just going there and you feel like you gotta rush and play 36 a day and like bro, just take your time, get up, get a morning, eat breakfast, warm up, like experience it instead of just rushing it like it's fast food.
Yeah, that area where I'm at now in Pebble, I just went and did a member guest up at Olympic Club, San Francisco. Amazing.
Yeah.
They do the U.S. Open there. So, like, if you fly into San Fran, play Olympic Club. Then the next morning, go down to Santa Cruz, play Paso Tiempo.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day, play Pebble, play Spyglass, play MPCC, Monterey Peninsula
Yeah.
Country Club, Insane. Then you got Cypress, Poppy Hills is nuts. The Preserve is nuts. I mean, just think of
That's
that
so good.
run right
So
there,
good.
right? Like the only one that good to me is the Hamptons.
Yeah.
You know, and it's Friar's Head, Maidstone, Slavonic, Fishers. It's just
National,
Shinnecock,
Shinny. I mean, it goes on
National,
and on. Glen Oaks.
even Atlantic.
Yep.
Atlantic is insane, right?
Southampton.
They're all.
Southampton's a
Yeah,
good
I
golf
heard
course.
Southampton's nuts. I heard the dude from maybe Augusta went there, from Augusta National.
Really? I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the head pro there may have come from Augusta. We just had a call with Augusta for the for like selling merch or whatever, selling the gear to them. And so now they know who we are because of that Vestgate shit, you know, and they're with it. But they were telling us the new rules. So no 5-pocket jeans, no athletic shoes. So no Jordans, no Jordan 1s, Jordan whatevers, that's over.
Even if they're golf shoes?
No, you ain't getting on property with that shit. Now they can at Augusta National during the tournament, the Masters, right?
Right.
But no, if you get invited, no 5-pockets, no hoodies, no athletic shoes, no this, that, a few more.
What other pants is there other than 5-pocket? Like, I don't really.
5-pockets is that one little one that you put the dime bag in on the right,
Right.
the
That's what
little
I'm saying.
5.
Like,
It's too close to a denim.
yeah.
Too close to denim, they say. And then they say at all times, gentlemen will wear a blazer.
Don't you feel like change falling out your slacks? I feel like change and shit always
Hell
shit
yeah.
falls out of my pockets when I wear slacks.
Ball markers,
Yeah, like
divot tools.
Because the pocket is like kind of like a slit, not like a cross where shit ain't falling
Yeah.
out.
If you're walking, it won't fall out. If you're in the cart, it's over.
It's over.
Right? In the cart, it's over. You can't do it.
No.
You can't do it. Even though when we make pants, like I try to make the pockets an extra inch, 2 inch deeper because of that exact reason. Because I'm sick of losing my little tchotchkes and things when I'm golfing.
For sure.
So, you know, we make the pockets deeper. But if you're walking, it's fine.
If you're walking, it's perfect.
You're not coming out.
Right.
Nothing's falling out of your pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Who you got for Memorial this week?
I'm going with the hometown. I got to go with J-Day.
Oh, I would love if he wins.
Hometown kids.
They're on him already. He wore these like shorts. These dudes, this angry golf guys, they don't stop, bro. They wore these shorts 2 days in a row, and they're talking about, oh, great, he's wearing swimming trunks. Jay Day just said, fuck it, he's out here wearing swimming trunks now on the golf course, which they're not swimming trunks, right? And then I see this meme, it got him in a wetsuit. They said next he's gonna pull up to Pinehurst, wear a wetsuit. He's gonna be golfing in a wetsuit. Oh, I can't with these guys. He did the pro-am with Peyton Manning and Chris Pratt today.
Yeah. That's a guy from Jurassic Park, right?
I think his outfit is fire.
You know, the plaid shorts, I'm into it. Totally dig it.
What a gentleman. He's been so fun to play with.
Kind of like his golf game. I mean, he's going for it.
I got the swam, pot of them. Shorty have him drip, proud of them. Put it on the jet, out of here. 2024, out here. Call paramedics, killing them. Stepping on their necks, milling him. Louis leather vest, trim. Running up a check, stacking them. Yeah. Hold on. I caught the top, Balenciaga. Put it in their face, bend it on them. Fly to Abu Dhabi, spin on them.
I was asking Remy, I'm like, what do you think? You would know this even from basketball. Are you better off out of town or at home for a big game?
A big game? Out of town.
out of town because you have less distractions and less
Zero
homies.
distractions. Nobody's at the house. I get to go to a hotel
Yeah.
or nobody's at. It's just me, the team. I wake up, got a routine. Like there's no, oh, you got to do this, or somebody can come in and step in the room and like some weird shit, like, or like not even weird, but like just just wake you up or disturb you out of your rhythm or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that shit used to happen.
You're worried about
all the time, bro. Like you at home and like parents or somebody come in town and everybody's like, people or like for me, subconsciously, I can hear it and I feel it. Like people just walking on eggshells, like trying to do everything the right way, and that shit just irritates me in its own because it's like it is crazy because it's like I'm not in particularly like picky like that. I get picky with shit like that when everybody expects me to be picky with that. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, just be you. Like, just go. Just
do whatever.
Do whatever. Because now you're making me nervous. Like, I gotta be fucking overly anxious than I should be already. Like, yo, bro, fucking relax.
Yeah.
Like, you're making me nervous now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. And then obviously Scheffler is he's probably due for another one.
I was about to say it's about time.
But I think there's a cut. It's a super event or whatever they call it. The the big prizes.
Yeah.
Elevated, but there is a cut.
Well, that's good. I mean, I do miss the cuts though.
Yeah.
Like I do think, I feel like they took away from that with everything because I feel like cuts is such a big part of the game, and it's like, no, bro, you should feel ashamed that you missed a cut. Like, don't get me wrong, like I want to see certain players playing well on Saturday and Sunday, but not if you don't make the cut, and then out of some like, are you just playing for shits and giggles? Like, nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see JT or somebody playing for 30th place.
Yeah. They want to leave.
Yeah, like let them like, come on, bro. Like keep the top 20 or top 15 there and make it more intimate, pack the course and like make it more Ryder Cup stylish. There's not as many people on that many holes, so everybody gets to watch and see their favorite players.
I wonder how the lives down in Houston, and so Scarface Brad, he played with DJ today. So I love that because him and DJ got Claude. Claude coaches Floridian guys, right? So you got Scarface playing with DJ. And then Brooks' team with my man the Smash team, they're doing a pop-up with Bun B's burger joint, Trill Burgers or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm seeing all this. I'm like, this is great.
Oh yeah.
No Diddy on another episode. So see you in Alpine on Monday.
Sure. Bright and early.
We'll get Angie Martinez, CC, Ja Rule, a whole bunch of people playing in that one.
Yeah.
Kevin's been stacking them up.
That should be an easy gift.
We got the RV parked by the burger joint on the 9th hole, and we'll just do like we did in Miami. So a lot of episodes coming up.
Perfect.
Thank you, Unifyd Health. Everybody stay right. World famous Part 3 podcast. See you.